Doing great. So Wayne and I wanted to bring something forward that we've been chewing on, and it's called the gravitational lensing effect. And we want to relate it to this halo that we're seeing all the time. Wayne, do you remember these big red halos that we see all the time?
Oh yeah, yeah, and everywhere. I've captured them.
Yeah, and you've captured them in Colorado. I've captured them in Wisconsin. This halo has been captured from space as well, everybody, just so you know, and from the ISS. So it's some type of a space visual phenomenon, and we thought it was a shield and all kinds of things. But I think what we're really looking at, guys, is a gravitational lens.
Now explain that, Steve. What is a gravitational lens?
All right, so I think a good illustration maybe to start it would be this one. So we know, because of Einstein's theory of relativity, that if there's a lot of gravity or a lot of mass to an object, it actually changes time, space. I know, right? It actually changes the time-space field around objects that are in front of it.
Okay.
So in this case, we're showing the Earth, okay? And what they're showing with this illustration, well, actually, let me go to the explanation on the site. I think it's much better to actually see it, what Wikipedia says about it, and we'll just talk through it and then get your thoughts on it, Wayne. But, so let's go down to this. And so bending light around a massive object from a distant source, the orange arrow shows the apparent position of the background source, right? So this is what we think is the source of what we're looking at. The white arrow shows the path of the light from the true position of the source. So in other words, because of gravitational bends around these heavily gravitized electromagnetic objects, they're actually able to magnify what's behind that.
Very cool.
Now, the other thing to note about this scientific phenomenon, Wayne, is, and it's best illustrated in this picture, I think. What's large and blue and can wrap itself around its entire galaxy? A gravitational lens mirage. Of course, pictured above, the gravity of the luminous red galaxy, LRG, has gravitationally distorted the light from a much more distant blue galaxy. So that's why you're seeing this blue ring around the more close galaxy that's causing the gravitational lens because of its mass and Einstein's theory of relativity. So two things happen in the images of distance galaxy, okay? But here the lens alignment is so precise that the background galaxy is distorted into a horseshoe or nearly a complete ring, okay? And you can go to that Wikipedia article yourself and go check it out and just put in, you know, gravity well, all right? So with that kind of said, Wayne, let's say the sun is on a beeline towards Nemesis.
All right.
It's just chugging right towards it. We got another sister star, companion star, that's also chugging towards Nemesis. That's what some people think. But let's just say that we are chugging towards Nemesis, okay? And this is the typical picture we get of the halo. I've also got them without the clouds, by the way. So trust me, it's not chemtrail effect. So let's say there's something behind the sun, like we just learned, that is gravitationally, electromagnetically humongous. I believe that this is a huge gravity well that we're seeing around the sun, because there is a huge, massive, gravitationally, electromagnetically significant object right behind our sun. Why is it always behind our sun? Because the sun's making a beeline towards it. It's chugging towards it like a train to the train station.
Sure, sure.
So what do you think of my theory, Wayne? Now that I got it spit out.
Well, two things. Number one, I'm drawing back to Carl Sagan. And Carl Sagan gave a similar type of theory when talking about black holes. Are they, in fact, just that? Are they huge gravity wells? Einstein proved the fact that light bends with gravity. So That makes sense. And then the one that you had, the other one that looked where it actually showed how the refraction of the light is from one galaxy to the next.
Mm-hmm. You want to get that up again? Yep.
Yeah, get that one up because I have an observation to make on that one. Which one was it?
This one?
Yeah. So when I was struck while you were giving the commentary on that looks to me to be an eyeball. It looks to me to be the same principle of a telescope, a refracting telescope. It's the same principle we use for eyeglasses.
Thank you for mentioning that because actually I think it's ASUS is the name of it, but the guys that are making all the big discoveries right now in astronomy are actually now manipulating this effect to see things farther away.
Makes perfect sense.
Isn't it cool?
Steve, excellent observation, my friend. Excellent.
So I'm starting to think what we're seeing here is some kind of a gravitational lens, everybody. Like to see your comments below and see what your ideas on it. Got a couple other things to bring up.
I think you hit it on this. Good. I tell you now, this is stimulating.
Yeah, so I do think that this is gravitational lensing, man. And I actually saw the red halo with my eyes again yesterday. Just a part of it was peeking out behind the clouds.
Yeah, I caught it the day before yesterday. We got so much smoke in the sky that.
Oh, by the way, it wasn't my idea. I just wanted to point out too, it was a subscriber that gave me the idea to investigate gravitational lensing as the cause of the halo.
Well, I love it because, you know, Steve, we could talk more on this. There is more and more science coming out to back that up. And I think, hear me out,
yep,
that this very